I think you can open the window a little bit, I think. But one window will do. They are all closed.
Possibly this door.
Huh?
Possibly open this door.
One window you can.
This one's got a fan in the top.
Huh?
They're open as much as they will, Shri Mataji.
Really, that's all they can be opened.
Yeah.
They have all arrived, so we'll wait for 2 minutes for them. Tell them to come from the other side. Can somebody go and tell? You are taking photograph, I'll not have this. It's better. Then I'll have it later. For a while. You must take the right angle and right time. I find some people take exactly the wrong angle and the wrong time. Yes. Where you get the vibrations. That's the point. You must click. That's it. And because you just take it at the wrong time, photographs do not come out well for some people. Vibrations will tell you when to take. I took photograph of some people and their vibrations started flowing. It's so related. Oh, come along, we've been waiting for you.
So we left her, or otherwise we would have been too late.
Oh God.
But she would do a little puja at home by herself, she said.
But where is she?
At home. And I had to go to fetch Warren in Ghent and tell him the puja was earlier.
Why didn't you take with you? Take her. Aye, poor thing,
So
she'll
we
feel very
came
bad.
straight away to be here faster.
Ah, Now the people from Brussels and from Ghent and from Holland should come forward. Can you move this side a little? So she can sit there.
they're so beautiful, Srimataji.
Little very beautiful.
This is the sari you had in Venice, Srimataji.
I gave them to wear and as a present, but I'm left with no sari to give them. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I have only white saris left, so I thought I'll send them some nice saris. All right. You want to take photograph now. See, the thing is, in between you should not. Just a minute, she's taking. You must take the photograph at a particular time. See, now, say, supposing I'm talking, that time you should not. Or I'm treating somebody, then you should not.
This one is
So we are in Holland, which is the holy land of Europe. And the holy land of Europe has got lots of water in it flowing. It's at a lower level than the Mother Earth. And the sea flows through it. So it's a good combination of the sea and the earth here. So sea cleanses and the Mother Earth blesses the people of Holland. But if they have lost their moorings and they are flying in the wrong direction, then the same holy land can become a hell land. So we have to be very careful to see that we create more and more Sahajogis in this place. In my reading of the character of the Western people, I find they are extremely aggressive by nature and very egoistical on the whole. One should not feel that I am saying about you, but I am saying you are Sahajogis, you belong to the kingdom of God, but I am telling about in general. Now, while I am talking, keep your eyes open. I don't know why people close their eyes. I can't understand. Now, when we are in the Holy Land, we find that the Mother Earth has allowed the sea to flow in. And it's a very good place for me to say something to you. Here the sea has taken refuge in the Mother. The Guru has bound itself with the motherly qualities. A person feels more safe on the ground than on the sea or in the air. So today is the best opportunity for me to say that after the Guru Puja, we have to understand that to be holy means you must allow the Guru Tattva to circulate in the mother principle. Or the Guru Tattva is to be controlled and guided and beautified by the mother principle. It's only the Mother Earth that is beautiful, because it can create so many varieties, so many dramas, so many plays. Any other element, if you see, has nothing in it. So it is she who can create. So we should take to the motherly quality more and try to bind our Guru principle through that motherly, beautiful, creative power. So that we make our presence very agreeable, very congenial, very beautiful, full of interest and varieties. Every time new flowers, every time new fruits, every time a new design. As Kundalini is made of Mother Earth, we are quite capable of doing that. There are gurus and gurus and gurus, but no one so far is such a master as you are of the Kundalini. If they were, they would have given realization to thousands. Why? Because your mother has penetrated into your guru principle and has risen your Kundalini, has given you powers to raise Kundalini, breaking your seventh chakra so clearly. That never happened with anyone. Even incarnations could not do that to the masses as you are doing. The Kundalini is flowing from your hand. The Ganesha is active in you. But it should never give you the ego or the sternness or the heaviness of the sea. But it should give you the beauty of the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is always bigger than the sea because she has to contain the sea. Sea can never be bigger than the Mother Earth. Sometimes it looks sea bigger, but sea is contained in the Mother Earth. It cannot go beyond. So Mother Earth is always greater, bigger, wider than the sea. So one has to understand that when Kundalini has risen, you have become all the 7 chakras and not only the Guru chakra. And when you have become the Guru chakra, it is also bounded on all sides by the Mother Earth. Under these circumstances, when we are so capable, we are giving realization to so many people, when we are achieving so many things. If we could just become humble, congenial, beautiful, we can master the whole world. But I find in the styles of Sahaja, especially in the West and westernized Indians, there is so much of ego still expressed in their talks, in their behavior. They are not capable of it. To see, I think, sometimes. But better see it. First you may have to act as sweet people. Maybe. But you must learn that way. If you do not understand that all your leadership, all your Guru Tattva depends entirely on the loving capacity of your mother, her patience. I get angry, but perhaps once in a 10 years or 12 years, something like that. Seldom. That's better. Then the anger has some meaning, but all the time if you are in a temper or you try to show off or if you have so much of ego that you go on asserting on wrong things, then you cannot be effective. Another thing I've seen, that ego has no discretion. Ego has no discretion of any kind. If you are egoistical, first thing you lose is discretion. Then what's the use of having this nonsense of an ego which doesn't give you discretion? And people who have greater ego always then assert, and you have to agree to that. You are more impressed by the people who have greater ego than yours. And you like the people who are without any ego, so you can oppress on them. But the discretion part is very poor. That you can see. The other day one guru had come, one gentleman had come, and he has given some mantra. It's by his guru. Now he can't hear anything against his guru. Why? Because his ego has chosen that guru. Because the ego has chosen, how can the ego be wrong? And ego is always wrong. Invariably it is wrong. Everything is upside down with the ego orientation. Gradually you will learn that in the West, people lack common sense. Completely they lack common sense in everything. I mean, if they had common sense, there would have been much less problems. But common sense is lacking, and also I find the same thing in Sahajogis. They lack common sense. You have to become so wise that common sense should be your nature. But common sense we lack. Like today, I'll have some water. Today I was discussing about, say, the labor problem, which is a very general problem. Yes, thank you. Which is a very general problem. You have a labor problem. For example, you have an employment. Now the whole system that is built in here, and we too have adopted some of it, but not to that extent, of working hours is very absurd. For example, supposing you get up at 4 o'clock. I mean, that's very big supposition, of course, but supposing we get up at 4 and we take our bath. Morning time is very peaceful. We can meditate, we can do what we like. Then we finish all the other work we have to do. Get yourself ready, have yourself ready, have your breakfast or tea or whatever you want to have. Then by 8 o'clock you are ready for work. Supposing you go at 8 o'clock for your work. So you can work from 8 up to 1 o'clock very easily. Very easily, no problem. Then 1 o'clock you come back home, have your lunch and have a siesta. If you can have siesta for about 2 hours, 3 till 4 o'clock, by 5 o'clock you again go to work. Then you can work from 5 to 11 without feeling tired at all. After 11 you might be. So you put in much more work, much less sleep, and you keep fresh and young. But it requires common sense. Now how unemployment can be solved? Some people can work in the morning, some can work in the evening. Now those who are working in the morning, the ladies could be in the house, men could be outside. Then the men come out in the evening, they can do the household work. Ladies can do in their house, or when they are in the house, men can do creative work, like making statues, handwork, handmade things. So everybody gets employment. They become more creative, much happier people. And so easy to solve the problem. But there is unemployment. Because of unemployment, there are so many problems. Very easy to solve the problem of unemployment. You don't give any social security or anything. You give them their pay and let them work for shorter time. If you make them create things and sell them, they have more money. Or they can have nice things around them. Otherwise you can have horrid things like that. So you can have lots of things which are handmade. Plus machine-made things, whatever you want to have, there should be a balance. With common sense, we should know how far to go. How far to have balance. Like machine goes on like mad, we cannot control machines. Because we think we get money, we do not. After some time, machines have to stop. So you have to go up to this. I am trying to put the Guru Tattva into the Mother Tattva. as practical. So, common sense should be applied. And that can only come when there is no ego. With ego, there cannot be common sense. Because I like it, I do it. But this I is an ego who is blind, who is indiscreet, who is stupid. So ultimately we do stupid things. There should be common sense, which one can learn by getting rid of this. Now, people say, Mother, how to get rid of ego? It's very simple. You have to move left to the right 108 times in Sahaja Yoga. You have to forgive people in Sahaja Yoga. And you can watch yourself. First of all, see, do you watch others or you watch yourself, first of all. Like there was a lady traveling with me, very old lady. And she said, this man is handsome, this man is not handsome, this woman is good looking, she is pretty. That I was looking at her. I said, this mad woman, she will go really crazy by the time we get down. She goes on looking into every person, judging everyone, who is handsome, who is not. And everybody whom she called handsome, I found him ugly. So I gave up. I said, you better decide. I never tried these things. Then, that man is not good, he is very hot-tempered, he is this thing, he is that, he talks like that, he walks like that, he shouldn't look like that. Worried about other people. You tell them anything, they'll go on shaking their neck like that. Oh, how could you do it? But you do it yourself. You have to say yes, they'll do it 10 times. Yes, 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 yes. You have to say no, they'll go on saying no, 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 no. There's no common sense. Why to move your neck so many times? See, if somebody is saying that, you need not react all the time. So this is another thing, internal reaction. First is external. Seeing everyone, judging everyone. Oh, I don't like this station, this is too much dusty, this bathroom is not good, that room is not good, that thing is not good, like that. As if you are the Queen of England. Even that could be even more than that, because she's not even allowed to choose her dress. Parliament has to decide. Poor thing cannot have any ego at all, poor thing. She has to choose what dress she has to wear for a particular occasion. If the Parliament says yes, she wears. She says no, no. Big problem for them. But for us who are free people, we must have common sense to understand what to do, where to do, what to talk, how to talk. But when there is ego, you cannot have common sense. And this is the reason I think the Western people have become so stupid in so many things. Whatever I see it upside down. Indians, we may be poor people in the villages. They are not so educated. You are all very well educated people. Everything is there. But all has come out of ego. So the common sense is lacking. So those who deal with the Mother Earth, like farmers, have tremendous common sense. Now in Holland, I used to think people will have lot of common sense because they are farmers, you see. When I had come in 65, they were better off, much better people, not so nonsensical. They were well-dressed, nice, sensible, solid people. Of course, I met quite elderly people also, I should say. But I was surprised that in the market you could not get a transistor made in Holland, could not get anything made in Holland. So I said, how is it? You don't make anything machine? He said, why should we? For our 25 bulbs of tulips in those days, we get one transistor from Japan. So why should we make a transistor? Common sense. We sent from here 25 bulbs, and they had fields and fields of all kinds of tulips all over, when I came here. So they said for 25 bulbs we get one transistor. So why should we? We export our bulbs to them and get their transistors. Why should we make transistors? Then they said we export our cheese to a particular country, or eggs to Italy, or chicken to this country, and we get all that we need. I was amazed. You see, they're so proud of their agriculture and so much doing like that way, which was a very sensible thing. And because they were dealing with the land, I thought I'll find Holland people to be the best. But then I got reports that people are absolutely gone off their heads. They have become like bullocks now. Working with the land, they have become like bullocks who plow the land. I was surprised. How have they become like bulls? They were very sensible people, very sensible. Farmers, sensibly dealing with things and working out things in such beautiful manner. Very innocent and simple people. And naive up to a point of sweetness. Very sweet. When we came here, they wanted to please us, so they wanted to put a flag for us, of our country. And they put Pakistan's flag in front of us. So I was very happy to see that. And they were talking vegetarianism, but when we came, my daughter had suddenly become vegetarian because she had developed a funny nausea in the ship, you see. So she was not eating any meat or anything. So she said, I am vegetarian. So they said, all right, then will you have chicken? They were that simple, very simple people. And now they're talking about vegetarianism. I'm surprised in 65 and 85 only in these 20 years, how much they are changed. Very nice. And they were not busy doing all these exercises and reducing weight or increasing weight and jogging on the road. Just now, yesterday I was walking, everybody was jogging like mad. Very sensible. But they have lost their common sense. Because perhaps they do not come in contact with Mother Earth, they are using machines too much. Maybe that is one of the reasons. And must be the air from other outside countries coming, and they think they are rustic, so they must accept that is all that is modern, sophisticated, perhaps, maybe. There's a story about a farmer who was traveling by train. And there were some naughty boys who came from the city, so they wanted to pull the legs of the farmer. So one of the boys asked him that if the eggs are selling here in this station for 20p, and in the next station the chicken is selling for £1, what is my age? Just to tease him. So immediately the fellow says, you must be 22. He said, how do you know exactly I'm 22? He said, because my brother who is full mad is 44. You see, they are so practical, so brass. You see, as you call in American language, brass tacks. You see, they know what is it. He looked at him and he said, 22? He said, how? Why? My brother, who is 44, is full mad. And these boys didn't know where to look, you see, because they wanted to tease him. And the farmers have great sense. Like we had one minister who had developed a bad neck, you see, White Vishuddhi, he was chief minister. He used to go on like this, his head used to go like this. So some farmers came to see him. They saw him and they looked at him. They said, oh, he's saying no already, what's the use of telling him anything? We have lots of stories of farmers in India, which shows how much they understand life. I had a very nice gardener. He was from a village. So there was one fellow, old fellow, another gardener. He says, no use talking to this old fellow. I said, why? He said, if he is a Hindu, then an old man is a gone case. I said, why? Because in young age they live like ascetics and in old age they become like bhoots. But if he's a Muslim, they don't live like ascetics in young age, they enjoy life and in old age they are satisfied souls. So you better talk to a Muslim old man than to an Hindu old man. I mean, the reading is so correct about things, you know. Everything that he said was so practical and so sensible. I was really surprised how he could say these things with such sweetness and with such goodness, and how he understood so many things so well. And he was a very young fellow, about, I would say, 30, 32 years of age. So he came to Bombay to see us. He didn't know our full address, he only knew Marine Drive. So he told the fellow, his taxi fellow, you drive me at Marine Drive. He said, Marine Drive is a big place. You said, drive me anywhere in Marine Drive. He drove. So he went and asked, is there a very tall gentleman staying in Marine Drive somewhere? And you see, my husband is one of the tallest in Indians, you see. So he went to the servants, asked, have you seen any tall Sahab anywhere? He said, there's one tallest staying there, you see. So that's how he came to our house. And he showed them his shoes. This shoe is given to me by my Sahab. He is also very tall, you see. So he said, this shoe he has given me. And he wears the same style of shoes. So servants notice all these things. They were very practical people. So another gardener who met him, he said, yes, there's a tall fellow and he wears the same type of shoes. So he came to our house. How they are sharp and how their eyes are so penetrating, how they know everything about everything. It is remarkable, very remarkable. And that is what we have to be. We have to be gurus with the mother's influence on us. All the time the mother controlling us, the mother guiding us, the mother making our banks, mother making our maryadas. So the motherliness is your blessing. Today you are raising your kundalini because your guru is a mother. Otherwise you could never have done it. And that is why motherliness is so important. One of the reasons perhaps why the Sahajayogis run away from the leaders and sometimes from the people who want to have followed may be that we do not know that they are just entering in, just opening out. So try to be kind, just hatching. The little chicks, you see, will die very fast. You have to handle them very, very carefully. I am saying this after so many years of not saying this. And I am requesting all of you, try to develop, sit before the mirror and try to act like a mother, let us say. Practice it. Try to be nice, kindly, gentle, patient. If you want to spread Sahajayoga in the West, we have to do that way. Not in Maharashtra. Maharashtra's mothers are quite strict and they are straightforward and children are used to it. You might find that you will say that my mother was a very strict lady, but I think I like her very much because she's taught me so many things. My sisters are expert cooks. We are very good in life. We are doing so well in life. We don't trouble anyone. All these things have come from our mother. She was a strict lady and she would not tolerate any nonsense. She would never tell a lie herself. And if you tell her, all right, if this gentleman is coming, you tell that I'm not in the house. Don't tell me to tell lies. I'll tell him that you told me to tell the lies. That's how she was. And that's how she treated us. And we lived with that. But we didn't mind it because what she did was for our good. We knew that she was doing it for our good. Not in this country. People don't understand this fact. They have ego. They never understand that this is for your good. They will always understand this is aggressiveness because they themselves are aggressed or they are aggressive. If they are aggressive, they are even worse. So try to understand what is the situation is in this country. I have adjusted myself. You also should adjust yourself here to the way it is. And that's how we should not hear any more, any complaints about. Now again the Guru Tattva has to go inside, the Mother Tattva. So next time I will not have any complaints, but they should all say, oh Mother, what a nice man, he's so kind, he's so gentle, so very sweet. It doesn't take at all anything to be done. Now in this good atmosphere, when the nature is so abundant and the sun also is hiding its own sharpness, when everything is so beautiful, we should decide that we will behave in a manner that will behove our mother. And not fight, not quarrel, not say things. Like somebody in the train now, supposing going, will go and quarrel with the ticket collector. This is my seat, that is my... Sahaja does not do that. Sahaja, all right, you don't want, all right, I'll sit here, all right, whatever is legal, I'll do that. Whatever is proper, I'll do. You want it, all right, doesn't matter. You don't allow, all right. Immediately the person melts away. But if you know this is my seat, I have booked it, this, that, and then your mother plays tricks there, on top of that. So ultimately you find that the seat was not yours. And you feel very upset about it. How a Sahaja is insulted. So that is how it is going to work out in this beautiful manner if we understand the beauty of sweetness and beauty of your Mother Earth. How she beautifully creates everything. And even she's so sweet, I tell you, that if you are sleeping under a coconut tree, can you imagine now? A coconut is so big, if it falls on anybody's head, finished. Stomach also, terrible. It can break your bone. But it will never fall on any human being or any animal. Can you believe it? It's a fact. That is Tambara Pragya. That's the quality of the Mother Earth. It never falls on any human being or animal. How does she manage that? And you have seen how the flowers also fall gently. You never see the flowers growing. How the mother does that? Otherwise we'll have problem, you see. Suddenly you see a flower, tuk, 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 tuk. So she, slowly she does it and suddenly, she makes the leaves so beautifully arranged that they all get the sun. How she manages? Then she creates a beautiful shade for you. The color scheme, everything so beautiful. And then how she nourishes? That because all the leaves drop down and they give nitrogen again to the Mother Earth. And then she again nourishes them up. But the leaves have to fall down if the sun has to come to the Mother Earth. It's all her doing. But she does it so beautifully that we are not even aware of what she is doing to us. We don't know. If you notice it, one thing about the Mother Earth's beauty that she creates and how sweetly she does it, you will say that even 1/1000th of that if we have, we could be somewhere already ruling in the kingdom of heaven. This is what it is. So, as you have got your Kundalini, you must develop that sweetness within you in such a manner that people see you and think that you are great mothers. But as you know, in the West, the mothers are so horrible. The women are so dominating that people do not have a proper image of a mother also. Women are extremely dominating. Women must learn to dominate. It's so easy. A bull can dominate anybody. But can they be like Mother Earth, which can bear up all kinds of troubles, all kinds of problems? Can we do that way? Especially that's why I request women of this country to develop those beautiful qualities and not of domination. Domination, it doesn't behove a woman. It doesn't look nice on her. It's like a bull she's wearing as a diamond piece around her neck. It's not beautifying. So we must give up that idea of dominating or trying to oppress the husband. He says something, we say no. To children we say no. To everyone we try to dominate. That's not our character. Even I think Roosevelt once said that, of course he must have met real Indian women, that an Indian woman, she is like a magnolia in an Indian forest. Of course here the magnolias are useless, but in Indian forest, even one flower in the forest, it is hidden, you can't see it. But you can smell it. The whole forest is fragrant. You can't see it anywhere. It's hidden in one flower. You can know this magnolia. And this is the greatest quality, because love is the most attractive thing in this world. Why do you hang around me? Just ask yourself. Because our vibrations, my photograph has got. No. You feel that you are loved, that I love you. It's a very great quality. But I have that innate within me. I don't have to have it from anywhere. And you too have it. Just expose it and manifest it. May God bless you. Thank you. So today we should do actually the pujan of the Bhumi would be better idea. We'll do the Ganesha's pujan and then you worship me as the Mother Earth, as the Ratambara Pragya, which we have not done so far, being the Holy Land. All right? And we have to thank all these Sahajogis who are so few here, who have arranged all this and have done such good work. Thank you. We are thanking you. We are thanking Patricia, and we are thanking these girls, Dominics, and we are thanking these two, and we are thanking this gentleman. We are thanking you people. All right? And also Natalie, who is not here. She's a very solid Sahajogini. I hope she will choose her fiancé also with that understanding. And Robert is here, who is another Sahajogi, who has done, who is the one who brought me here. Now, of course, he has some problems. He had some problems which are to be cured, which can be cured, and everything can be done very well. All of you have to work hard, because if you people have problems, other people won't accept you. So try to be aware of yourself, that's all. Otherwise, everything is fine. May God bless you very much. You have more and more Sahajogis and you enjoy their company, live with harmony, do not fight with each other. If you have to fight, fight with non-Sahajogis, but not with Sahajogis. Now, so first thing should be to wash my feet, which they can wash. Somebody should read and somebody should do the job. So now you can come and help them. And now you can start reading the Ganesha, this thing. Now, I would like to know what things you have got for your puja, because I would like to give you the things you don't have. All right.
Let's take the mantra Shri Ganesha.
Yes. Two of you should come. Come now. You come. Two each. Yes. Wash it. Mataji, Shri Nirmala, Devi, Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Ganesha Sakshat, Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Yeah.
Om Namaste Ganapataye Vameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Vameva Kevalam Kartasi Vameva Kevalam Dhartasi Vameva Kevalam Hartasi Vameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Vam Sakshat Admasi Nityam Rutam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Ava Tvam Mam Ava Vaktaram Ava Shotaram Ava Dataram Ava Nuchanam Ava Shisham Ava Paschattat Ava Purashtat Avottarattat Ava Dakshinattat Ava Chorduattat Ava Darattat Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Wang Mayas Tvam Chin Maya Tvam Ananda Mayas Tvam Brahma Maya Tvam Satchitananda Dvityosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Gyana Mayo Vijnana Mayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvastastistati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvahi Layamesyati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvahi Pratyati Tvam Bhumi Rapo Nalo Nilo Nabam Tvam Chatvarivak Padani Tvam Guna Trayatita Tvam Deha Trayatita Tvam Kala Trayatita Tvam Muladaras Titosi Nityam Tvam Shakti Trayatmaka Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam Tvam Brahma Tvam Vishnus Tvam Rudras Tvam Indras Tvam Agnis Tvam Vayus Tvam Suryas Tvam Chandramas Tvam Brahma Bhur Bhuva Swarom Ganadim Purvamacharya Varnadim Tadanantaram Anushvara Paratara Ardenulasitam Tarenarudodam Etattava Manushvarupam Gakara Purvarupam Akaro Madhyama Rupam Anushvaras Chantya Rupam Binduruttara Rupam Nada Sandanam Sanita Sandhi Saisha Ganesha Vidya Ganaka Rishihi Nishrut Gayatri Chanda Ganapatir Devata Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dimahi Dano Danti Prachodayat Ekadantam Chaturastam Pashamankush Darinam Radam Cha Varadam Astarbi Branam Mushakdvajam Raktam Lambodaram Shurpa Karnakam Rakta Vasasam Rakta Gandanuliptam Gam Rakta Pushpahi Supujitam Bhaktanukam Pinam Devam Jagat Karanam Achyutam Avir Bhutam Cha Sustidyao Prakrute Purushot Param Evam Yayati Yo Nityam Sayogi Yoginam Varam Namo Vranapataye Namo Ganapataye Namaha Pramata Pataye Namaste Astu Lambodaraya Ekadantaya Vigana Nashine Shiva Sutaya Shri Varada Murtaye Namaha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Bhagwati Mat Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namo. Let our ears hear that which is truth. Let our eyes see that which is pure. Let our beings praise that which is divine. And let the who listen hear not my voice, but the wisdom of God. Let us worship with the same song, the same strength, and the same knowledge. And let our meditation enlighten and enrich. Let there be among us compassion and peace. And now the prayer. Salutation Shri Ganesha, Sakshat Shri Jesus, Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. It is you who is the beginning of all the beginnings. It is you who is the doer of all deeds which have been done, are being done, and will be done. It is you who supports all things that are supported. It is you who protects all things that are protected. It is you who is the complete, all-pervading spirit, God's divine energy. Think clearly, brain. Speak only the truth. Let your presence in us speak. Let your presence in us listen. Let your presence in us bless. Let your presence in us protect. Let your presence in us, your disciple, be the disciple. You are all the literature, and you are the ability to understand the literature. You are the divine combination of complete truth, complete happiness, and complete energy. And you are more. You are all the knowledge, and you are the use to which the knowledge is put. You exist until the end of all things, and after the end of all things you are. You create the end of all things, and after the end of all things you remain indifferent. You are the earth, and you are the water. You are the fire, and you are the air, and you are the space above the air. You are the gunas, and you are beyond the gunas. You are the body, and you are beyond the body. You are the essence of time, and you are beyond time. You and only you exist at the Muladhara chakra. You are the spirit, and you are beyond the spirit. All those who will join God meditate upon you. You are Brahman, Vishnu, Rudra. You are Indra, Agni, Vayu. You are the sun at noon, you are the full moon. Through all these and more, you are the all-pervading energy of innocence and wisdom. You are the divine servant who stops to wash the feet of saints. You are the tiny core of all things without which the larger have no purpose. You are the key to the libraries of all the scriptures, without which the truth is hidden. You are the full stop which complete the sentence, and without which the sentence loses meaning. You are the crescent moon, you are the stars, and you are beyond the stars. All things, from tiny dot to universe, is you. You are in the future and beyond the future. You are in all forms. You are where the sounds combine. You are the silence between the sounds. You are the rhythm of all music and all prayers. This is the knowledge of Nirmal Ganesh. And you, Nirmal Ganesh, are the master of that knowledge and all knowledge. You are the God and you are the goddess. Om Gam Nirmal Ganapataye. To your powers, Ganesha, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you. And let your enlightenment prevail. Your first tooth you have, and 4 hands. One holding a rope, the second a god, the third is rising blessing, and the fourth offers sustenance. Your banner is that of a humble mouse. You have long ears and are clothed in red. Red decorates you, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you came to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Om Gam Nirmal Jesusye. To your powers, Jesus, let all surrender. Let the left side of memory and the right side of action surrender to you. And let your enlightenment prevail. You are the word that was the beginning. You are the word that will be the ending. You are he who was born of a virgin and died on the cross. You are he who absorbed all sins and who died to live again. You are God and man, and you are worshipped with red flowers. You have compassion for those who love you, and it is for those who love you that you came to this earth. You are the force that creates, the energy that pervades, and the spirit that protects. Those who seek union with God pray through you. Those who seek union with God worship you. Shri Ganesha, salutation to you. Shri Jesus, salutation to you. He who is the beginning of all worship, salutation to you. He who destroys all powers of evil, salutation to you. Sakshat, son of Lord Shiva, who is unending bliss, salutation to you. Sakshat, son of Mary Mataji, who is unending love, salutation to you. Sakshat, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is unending joy, salutation to you. Can you have a look there? Pray it to Mother. One of these things. We can take now the mantra 3 times, Shri Adibhumi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Oh.
You have to say the mother's mantra and then you can say after the lunch you can go out and then have a nice havan. Right? And first you have to do the havan of the 1,000 names of what do you have, Ganesha?
Well, we don't have so much. We have 108.
Of Shri Ganesha.
Shri Ganesh, yes, maybe we have. I have it somewhere.
So 108 names of Shri Ganesha must be
Yes.
better to establish first of all Shri Ganesha. Then we can talk of it. Ganesha and Gauri go together.
Yes, sure.
So now, we can start with the washing of the hands with the yam tissue.
Ah,
And 100 names for the mother after that.
yes, Your Majesty. The Devas said, salutation to the Devi, to the Mahadevi. Salutation always to her who is ever auspicious. Salutation to her who is the primordial cause of the sustaining power. With attention, we have made obeisance to her. Salutation to her who is terrible, to her who is eternal. Salutation to Gauri, the supporter of the universe. Salutation always to her who is of the form of the moon and moonlight and happiness itself. We bow to her who is welfare. We make salutation to her who is prosperity and success. Salutation to the consort of Shiva, who is herself the good fortune as well as misfortune of kings. Salutations always to Durga.
Fortune for our children and misfortune for our enemies.
Devi ki
Salutations always to Durga, who takes one across in difficulty, who is essence, who is the author of everything, who is knowledge and discrimination, and who is blue-black and also smoke-light in complexion. We prostrate before her, who is at once most gentle and most terrible. We salute her again and again. Salutation to her, who is the support of all the world. Salutation to the Devi, who is the form of volition. Salutation again and again to the Devi, who is in all being, is called Vishnu Maya. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnu Mayati Sabdita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings as consciousness. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chetyanayetya Vidyate Namastasye Namastasye Namo Namaha. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of intelligence, Buddhi. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of sleep, Nidra. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all being in the form of hunger, Kshuddha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshuddha Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha.
What it is, we should understand that this is said that these powers of goddess resides with you, that you are purity. See, these are the powers of the goddess which reside in you, and you are awakening them, I say.
Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all being in her form of reflection, Chaya. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chaya Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abide in all beings in the form of power, Shakti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all being as thirst, Trishna. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Krishna Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutations again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of forgiveness, Kshanti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Kshanti Rupena Samstita
As peace.
Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abide in all beings in the form of genius, Jahati. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Jati Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all being in the form of modesty, Lajja. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lajja Rupena Samstita
Also shame.
Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of peace, Shanti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of faith, Shraddha. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of well-being, Lakshmi. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of activity, Vritti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vritti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namah. Salutation again and again to the Devi who abides in all being in the form of memory. Smrti. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smrti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Salutations again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of compassion. Daya. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Salutations again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of contentment. Tushti. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha.
In the puja, you all should keep your eyes open, not to close them.
Salutations again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of error, Bhranti. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhranti Rupena
Bhranti
Samstita.
means confusion, not she creates confusion, because without confusion ego cannot be alright.
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhranti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Salutations again and again to the Devi who abides in all beings in the form of Mother. Matra. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Again. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Again. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha.
Now, there are so many things they have not said. That Shakti Rupena.
Shakti Visesh.
Shakti Rupena. Viveka Rupena. Viveka is discretion. Viveka Rupena.
Yes.
Everything comes from her. See, God is just a witness. He is just a witness. All other things belong to us from the mother.
Ya Devi
Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Viveka Rupena. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Viveka Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha.
You can describe how Devi is made. What is Devi? That's a good one. And in that, you are giving me now the saris and everything. You are also gods now, who are giving me saris. Nobody gave me a sari. Right? That's why you know yoga.
I would like to request maybe Warren to read it, which is better pronunciation than myself.
Yours is good. Very good. It's beautiful.
All right?
Do you know what which one is it? The creation of them.
Meditation
Yes.
on Mahalakshmi. Meditation on Mahalakshmi.
Malakshmi. I resort to Mahalakshmi, the destroyer of my Sashura, who is seated on the lotus, is of the complexion of coral.
Now who is this one? Is the mother of Christ. Can you imagine? She killed Mahishasura. And she allowed these people to crucify Christ.
And who holds in her 18 hands rosary, axe, mace, arrow, thunderbolt, lotus, bow, pitcher, rod, shakti, sword, shield, conch, bell, wine cup, trident, noose, and the discus Sudarshana.
Now, with all that. All right?
Yes. The Rishi say, of yore, when Mahishasura was the lord of Asuras, and Indra the lord of Devas, there was a war between the Devas and Asuras for a full 100 years. In that the army of the Devas was vanquished by the valorous Asuras. After conquering all the Devas, Mahishasura became the lord of heaven. Then the vanquished Devas, headed by Brahma, the lord of beings, went to the place where Shiva and Vishnu were. The Devas described to them in detail, as it had happened, the story of their defeat brought by Mahishasura. Mahishasura himself has assumed the jurisdiction of Surya, Indra, Agni, Vayu, Chandra, Yama, and Varuna, and other Devas. Thrown out from heaven by that evil-natured Mahisha, the host of Devas wander on the earth like mortals. All that has been done by the enemy of the Devas has been related to you both, and we have sought shelter under you both. May both of you be pleased to think out the means of his destruction. Having thus heard the sword of the Devas, Vishnu was angry and also Shiva, and their faces became fierce with frowns. Then issued forth a great light from the face of Vishnu, who was full of intense anger, and from that of Brahma and Shiva too. From the bodies of Indra and other Devas also sprang forth a very great light, and all this light united together. The Devas saw there a concentration of light like a mountain blazing excessively, pervading all the quarters with its flames. Then that unique light, produced from the bodies of all the Devas, pervading the three worlds with its lust, combined into one and became a female form. By that which was Shiva's light, her face came into being. By Yama's light, her hair. By Vishnu's light, her arms.
Just draw the line and tell.
And by Chandra's light, her two breasts. By Indra's light, her waist. By Varuna's light, her shanks and things.
Varuna,
By Varuna's light, her shanks.
Varuna's light,
ah,
the light of Varuna.
what is it?
I create shanks.
And gave you
The upper part of the leg, the thigh.
Shanks.
Shanks.
Varuna is the lord of the sea.
Ah. And things. And by
Just draw the line.
and by her light, her hips. By Brahma's light, her feet came into being. By Surya's light, her toes. By Vasu's, her fingers. By Kubera's light, her nose. By Prajapati's light, her teeth came into being. And similarly, by Agni's light, her three eyes were formed. The light of the two Sandhyas became her eyes brown. The light of Vayu, her ears. The manifestation of the lights of other devas too contributed to the being of the auspicious Devi. Then, looking at her, who had come into being from the assembled light of all the devas, the immortals who were oppressed by Mahishasura experienced joy. The bearer of Pinaka, drawing forth a trident from his own trident, presented it to her. And Vishnu, bringing forth a discus out of his own discus, gave her. Varuna gave her a conch, Agni a spear, and Maruta gave a bow as well as two quivers full of arrows. Indra, lord of the Devas, bringing forth a thunderbird out of his own thunderbolt, and a bell from that of his elephant Airavata gave her. Yama gave a staff from his own staff of death, and Varuna, the lord of waters, an ooze. And Brahma, the lord of beings, gave a string of bed and a water pot. Surya bestowed his own rays on all the pores of her skin, and Kala gave a spotless sword and a shield. The milk ocean gave a pure necklace, a pair of garments, a divine crest jewel, a pair of earrings, bracelets, a brilliant half moon, armlets on all arms, a pair of shining anklets, a unique necklace and excellent rings on all fingers. Vishwakarman gave her a very brilliant axe, weapons of various forms, and also an impenetrable armor. The ocean gave her a garland of unfading lotuses for her head and another for her breast, besides a very beautiful lotus in her hand. The mountain Himavat gave her a lion to ride on, and various jewels. The Lord of Wealth, Kubera, gave her a drinking cup, ever full of wine. Shesha, the Lord of all serpents, who supports this earth, gave her a serpent necklace, bedecked with best jewels.
Muslim has given me something. Bracelet, but I haven't brought it. Brought it from. He's brought it from Riyadh, from the Arab countries. All right.
Honored likewise by other devas, also with ornaments and weapons, the Devi gave out a loud roar with a defying laugh again and again. Honored likewise by other devas, also with ornaments and weapons, the Devi gave out a loud roar with a defying laugh again and again. By her unending, exceeding great, terrible roar, the entire sky was filled.
What was it?
The entire sky was filled by her roar. And there was a great reverberation. All worlds shook, the seas trembled. The earth quaked, and all the mountains rocked. Victory to you, exclaimed the devas in joy to her, the lion rider. The sages, who bowed their bodies in devotion, extolled her. Seeing the three worlds agitated, the force of devas mobilized all their armies and rose up together with uplifted weapons. Mahishasura, exclaiming in wrath, "Ha! What is this?" rushed towards that roar, surrounded by the innumerable asuras. Then he saw the Devi pervading the three worlds with her luster. Making the earth bend with her footstep, scraping the sky with her diadem, shaking the nether worlds with the twang of her bowstring, and standing there pervading all the quarters around with her 1,000 arms. Then began a battle between that Devi and the enemies of the Devas, in which the quarters of the sky were illuminated by the weapons and arms hurled diversely. Mahishasura's general, a great asura named Chikshura, and Chamara, attended by force comprising 4 parts, and other asura fought. A great asura named Udagra, with 60,000 chariots, and Mahanu, with 10 million.
The one with so many Rolls Royces.
Can be. And Mahanu, with 10 millions of chariots, gave battle. Ashiloman, another great asura, with 15 millions of chariots, and Bashkala, with 6 million, fought in that battle. Parivarita, with many thousands of elephants and horses, and surrounded by 10 millions of chariots, fought in that battle.
Just imagine. So you can understand these Rakshasas in modern times also are having so many Rolls Royces, so many people following them, thousands and thousands. Look at that. And only one goddess to fight.
An asura named Bidala fought in the battle surrounded with 500 crores of chariots.
The rose. I mean, a chariot, I think, is equal to the price of a 100 or maybe 1,000 of a Rolls Royce. So it's all right. I think they have completed their amount.
And other great asuras, thousands in number, surrounded with chariots, elephants, and horses, fought with the Devi in that battle.
Now you should understand how the Asuras had such a powerful army, had so many people to fight, had such big elephants and all those things, showing how much money they must be having. And that's what you see today also, same thing. They have all the money, they have all the chariots, they have everything, elephants and everything to fight, but they are not successful.
Mahishasura was surrounded in the battle with thousands of crores of horses, elephants and chariots. Other asuras fought in the battles against the Devi with iron maces and javelins, with spears and clubs, with swords, axes and halberds. Some hurled spears and other nooses. They began to strike her with swords in order to kill her. Showering her own weapons and arms, that Devi Chandika very easily cut into pieces all those weapons and arms. Without any strain on her face, and with gods and sages extolling her, the Ishwari threw her weapons and arms at the bodies of the Asuras. And the lion, also which carried the Devi, shaking his mane in rage, stalked among the host of the Asuras like a conflagration amidst the forest. The sight which Ambika engaged in the battle had become at once her battalions by hundreds and thousands. Energized by the power of the Devi, these battalions fought with axes, javelins, swords, and destroyed the Asuras. All these battalions, some beat drums, some blew conches, and others played on tables in that great martial festival. Then the Devi killed hundreds of Asuras with her trident, club, showers of spear, sword, and the like, and threw down others who were stupefied by the noise of her bell. And biting others with her noose, she dragged them on the ground. Some were split into two by the sharp slashes of her sword, and others, smashed by the blows of her mace, lay down on the ground, and some severely hammered by her club vomited forth blood. Pierced in the breast by her trident, some fell on the ground. Pierced all over by her arrows and resembling porcupines, some of the enemies of Devas gave up their lives on that field of battle. Some had their arm cut off, some their necks broken, the head of others rolled down. Some others were torn asunder in the middle of their trunks, and some great asuras fell on the ground with their legs severed. Some rendered one-armed, one-eyed, and one-legged were again clove in twain by the Devi, and others, thou rendered headless, fell and rose again. Headless trunks fought with the Devi with best weapons in their hands. Some of these headless trunks danced there in the battle to the rhythm of the musical instruments. The trunks of some other great asuras, with their sword, spear and lances still in their hands, shouted at the Devi with their just severed heads, "Stop, stop!" That part of earth where the battle was fought became impassable with the asuras, elephants and horses and chariots that had been felled. The profuse blood from the asuras, elephants and horses flowed immediately like large rivers amidst that army of the asuras. As fire consumes a huge heap of straw and wood, so did Ambika destroy that vast army of Asuras in no time. And her career lion, thundering aloud with quivering mane, prowled about in the battlefield, appearing to search out the vital breath from the bodies of the enemies of Devas. In that battlefield, the battalions of the Devi fought in such a manner with the Asuras that the Devas in heaven, showering flowers, extolled them.
Lord Shri Durga Mata Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi ki Jai.
With the translation? Because I have the translation only in German. Shri Mataji. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat
7 married ladies.
Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
2 are there, 5 more.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mata Namaha.
She is the Holy Mother. She does not only give what a loving mother gives to her children, but she also gives the highest knowledge, the purest knowledge, the Brahman Vidya, the knowledge about the holy divine vibrations to her devotees.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maharajani Namo Namaha.
She is the great Empress.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Devakarya Samudyata Namo Namaha.
She appears for a divine purpose.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Akrula Namaha.
She is beyond Kula, which is the countable dimension in us. She resides in the Sahasrara.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Granthi Vibedini Namaha.
She cuts the knots of the Maya, the Granthis.
Om Tvameva
Have to
Sakshat
say.
Shri Bhavani Namo Namaha.
You take the name.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhavani Namo Namaha.
Say the name first.
Shri Bhakti Priya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhakti Priya Namo Namaha. Shri Sharmadaini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sharmadaini Namo Namaha. Shri Niradara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niradara Namo Namaha. Shri Niranjana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niranjana Namo Namaha. Shri Nirlepa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirlepa Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Namo Namaha.
Married lady, one more.
Shri Nishkalanka. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkalanka Namo Namaha. Shri Nitya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Namo Namaha. Shri Nirakara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirakara Namo Namaha. Shri Nirakula. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirakula Namo Namaha. Shri Nirguna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirguna Namo Namaha. Shri Nishkala. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkala Namo Namaha. Shri Nishkama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkama Namo Namaha.
1 minute. There are 3 saris now because last time I didn't take the mother's sari from the French surgery and the Guru's sari also. So they have now said that mother in this puja would like to give. So that's how we have now 3 saris for Trigunatmika. So the first one is for the Mahakali Shakti. This is the Bhumi. See how correctly it has come, the color of the Bhumi. That's Mahakali. Then you have got the Maha Saraswati sari, which is the color of the what we call the actual color of the Prithvi Tattva, because matter, the matter. The third one is the Mahalakshmi's color, which Mary used to wear very much. So that's how we have got 3 colors. But I was amazed when I was coming from the program. The whole sky was filled with Mahalakshmi's color. I saw it myself, everybody saw the sky. So this is what it is, that we have now got Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati in this place because it's a holy land, and we've got all the 3 centers, 3 nadis being represented. This is the first time we have got 3 nadis represented in a place. But that happened because I didn't accept it for the Guru Puja. So they have said, see this one. Now open this up. 7 of it. Just tell them you get
Shri Nirapuplava.
it.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirapuplava Namo Namaha. Shri Nityamukta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nityamukta Namo Namaha. Shri Nirvikara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikara Namo Namaha. Shri Nirasraya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirasraya Namo Namaha. Shri Nirantara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirantara Namo Namaha. Shri Nishkarana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkarana Namo Namaha. Shri Nirupadi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirupadi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirishwara. Om
The mother sari is containing the Guru sari. Here also. This is the Guru sari has come. Guru is the Brahmadeva, is the one, the creator. And his power is that of Mahasaraswati. And this is what is the sari they were going to give me for Guru Puja. Now it has come. It has got 5 lines, which shows the 5 elements that the Brahmadeva has. So this is the Mahasaraswati's. How correct it is, see. Now, open it. And 5 and 5 mix 10. That's how the Guru has got 10 principles. 5 on the right and 5 on the left.
Shri Nirupadi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirupadi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirishwara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirishwara Namo Namaha. Shri Niraga. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niraga Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmada Namo Namaha.
Now this is Mahalakshmi. This is the color I saw in the sky, which I had never seen before. This
Shri
is the sari from Holland.
Shri Nischinta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nischinta Namo Namaha. Shri Nirahamkara, without any ego. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirahamkara Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmoha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmoha Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmama Namo Namaha. Shri Nirpapa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirpapa Namo Namaha. Shri Nisamsaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nisamsaya Namo Namaha. Shri Nirbhava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Namo Namaha. Shri Nirvikalpa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikalpa Namo Namaha. Shri Nirabada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirabada Namo Namaha. Shri Nirnasa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirnasa Namo Namaha. Shri Nishkriya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkriya Namo Namaha. Shri Nishparigraha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishparigraha Namo Namaha. Shri Nistula. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nistula Namo Namaha. Shri Nilachikura. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nilachikura Namo Namaha. Shri Nirapaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirapaya Namo Namah. Shri Niratyaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Niratyaya Namo Namah. Shri Sukhaprada. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sukhaprada Namo Namah. Shri Sandra Karuna. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sandra Karuna Namo Namah. Shri Mahadevi. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahadevi Namo Namah. Shri Mahapuja. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahapuja Namo Namah. Shri Mahapatakanashini. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahapatakanashini Namo Namah. Shri Mahashakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahashakti Namo Namah. Shri Mahamaya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Mahamaya Namo Namah. Shri Maharati. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Maharati Namo Namah. Shri Vishwarupa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vishwarupa Namo Namah. Shri Padmasana. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Padmasana Namo Namah. Shri Bhagavati. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Bhagavati Namo Namah. Shri Rakshakari. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Rakshakari Namo Namaha. Shri Rakshasagni. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Rakshasagni Namo Namaha. Shri Parameshwari. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Parameshwari Namo Namaha. Shri Nitya Yovana. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nitya Yovana Namo Namaha. Shri Punyalabhya. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Punyalabhya Namo Namaha. Shri Achintarupa. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Achintarupa Namo Namaha. Shri Parashakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Parashakti Namo Namaha. Shri Guru Murti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Guru Murti Namo Namaha. Shri Adishakti. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Adishakti Namo Namaha. Shri Yogada. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Yogada Namo Namaha. Shri Ekakini. Om Sakshat Shri Ekakini Namo Namaha. Shri Sukaradya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sukaradya Namo Namaha. Shri Sobana Sulabhagati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sobana Sulabhagati Namo Namaha. Shri Satchitananda Rupini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Satchitananda Rupini Namo Namaha. Shri Lajja. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lajja Namo Namaha. Shri Subhakari. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Subhakari Namo Namaha. Shri Chandika. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandika Namo Namaha. Shri Trigunatmika. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Trigunatmika Namo Namaha. Shri Mahati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahati Namo Namaha. Shri Pranarupini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pranarupini Namo Namaha. Shri Paramanu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramanu Namo Namaha. Shri Pasahantri. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pasahantri Namo Namaha. Shri Viramata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Viramata Namo Namaha. Shri Gambira. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gambira Namo Namaha. Shri Garvita. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Garvita Namo Namaha. Shri Kshipra Prasadini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kshipra Prasadini Namo Namaha. Shri Sudasruti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sudasruti Namo Namaha. Shri Dharmadara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dharmadara Namo Namaha. Shri Vishwagrasa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwagrasa Namo Namaha. Shri Saraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Saraswati Namo Namaha. Shri Swasta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Swasta Namo Namaha. Shri Swabhava Madhura. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Swabhava Madhura Namo Namaha. Shri Dirasar Machita. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dirasar Machita Namo Namaha. Shri Paramudara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramudara Namo Namaha. Shri Lokatita. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lokatika Namo Namaha. Shri Samatmika. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samatmika Namo Namaha. Shri Lila Vinodini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lila Vinodini Namo Namaha. Shri Shri Sadashiva. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sadashiva Namo Namaha. Shri Pushti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pushti Namo Namaha. Shri Chandraniba. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chandraniba Namo Namaha. Shri Ravi Prakya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ravi Prakya Namo Namaha. Shri Pavanakriti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pavanakriti Namo Namaha. Shri Vishwagarbha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwagarbha Namo Namaha. Shri Chit Shakti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chit Shakti Namo Namaha. Shri Vishwasakshini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishwasakshini Namo Namaha. Shri Vimala. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vimala Namo Namaha. Shri Varada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Varada Namo Namaha. Shri Vilasini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vilasini Namo Namaha. Shri Vijaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vijaya Namo Namaha. Shri Vandarujana Vatsala. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vandarujana Vatsala Namo Namaha. Shri Sahaja Yoga Daini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sahajayoga Daini Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Now you take the photographs.
All the ladies with the ladies.
O Devi, you who remove the sufferings of your suppliants, be gracious. Be propitious, O Mother of the whole world. Be gracious, O Mother of the universe. Protect the universe. You are, O Devi, the ruler of all that is moving and unmoving. You are the sole substratum of all the world, because you subsist in the form of the earth. By you, who exist in the shape of water, all this universe is gratified, O Devi. You are the power of Vishnu and have endless valor. You are the primordial Maya, which is the source of the universe. By you, all this universe has been thrown into an illusion, O Devi. If you become gracious, you become the cause of final emancipation in this world.
I'm already there.
Take the whole, see? I would request you to start, because you can take up the whole thing as it is.
Salutation be to you, O Nirmala Devi, O you who abide as intelligence in the heart of all creatures and bestow enjoyment and liberation. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who in the form of minutes, moments and other divisions of time bring about change in things and have thus the power to destroy the universe. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who are the good of all good, O auspicious Devi, who accomplish every object, the giver of refuge, O three-eyed Gauri. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, you who have the power of creation, substantiation and destruction and are eternal. You are the substratum and embodiment of the three gunas. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who are intent on saving the dejected and distressed that take refuge under you. O you, Devi, who remove the sufferings of all. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who ride in the heavenly chariot yoked with swans and assume the form of Brahmani, O Devi, who sprinkle water with Kusha's grass. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who bear the trident, the moon and the serpent, and ride the big bull and have the form of Maheshwari. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who are attended by the peacock and cock and bear a great spear, O you who are sinless and take the form of Kaumari. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who hold the great weapons of conch, discus, club and bow and take the form of Vaishnavi, be gracious. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi, O you who grasp a huge formidable discus and upfleet the heart with thy task, O auspicious Devi, who has a boar-like form, Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi. O you who is the fierce form of a man-lion, put forth your effort to slay the Daityas. O you who possess the benevolence of saving the three worlds. Salutation be to you, O Nirmala Devi. You who have a diadem and a great thunderbolt, are dazzling with 1,000 eyes, and took away the life of Virta, O Aindri. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi. O you who in the form of Shivaduti slew the mighty host of the Daityas. O you of terrible form of loud throat. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi. O you who have a face terrible with tusks and are adorned with a garland of heads. O Chamunda, O slayer of Munda. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi. O you who are good fortune, modesty, great wisdom, faith, nourishment, and swanda. O you who are immovable, O you, great night and great illusion. Salutation be to you, O Shri Nirmala Devi. O you who are intelligence and Saraswati. O best one, prosperity, consort of Vishnu, dark one, nature, be propitious. O Queen of all, you who exist in the form of all, and possess every might, save us from error, O Devi. Salutation be to you, Devi Durga. May this benign countenance of yours adorned with three eyes protect us from all fears. Salutation be to you, Nirmala Devi. Terrible with flames, exceedingly sharp, destroyer of all the asuras, may your trident guard us from fear. Salutation be to you, Shri Nirmala Devi.
You must give it to a small boy. As you can see. Give it to her. The main pujari hasn't got it. Yes, Sava? give it to the children.
They have it.
And
I think they have it all, the children.
Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. She's always like that. Let it be. She's been always. Forget it. Forget it.
Need it,
She's always caught up child. Always caught up child.
comes up, goes down, comes up, goes down.
Aarti, all the children have got it. Then I will not take flowers from you. Alright? She's always the cottage child. We have been always worried about it. She's alright. Here we do that. You're forgetting now.
I think the feet should be taken.
Blow the coach.
You blow.
Take out. See the flowers. So, take out the take out that. Take one photograph. No, it's all right.
Shri Adi-Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Adi-Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Om Tameva Sakshat, Shri Kalki Sakshat, Shri Sahasra Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. 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 Guru Jagamata Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Ki Jai.
May God bless you all. May God bless you. May God bless you.
Here. Here. Give me the present. All of them? Give me one. Yeah, yeah. From? All of us. This one. Which one is from all of them? I don't know. We have to have courage.
Just little bits, I think. Here you have to put a line. Put a line. My eyes come out, you see? So put a line like that. And like this, you see? Alright? This is
smaller lips, more lips, smaller lips. Upper right, lower right. This one is to be stretched a little. This is smaller. And this eyes have got a little line here. Eyes should be brought out a little more, that's all. A bit small. Now what is that? Inside your lips. They are already given me. Short come. Yeah. Patrick.
He's coming here, please. We may come to the weekend.
But I wanted to meet you.
You may come here.
Later. You would have been happy to see that I took the saris. Absolutely. Ah, this is not even better than How did you make this hand? You ordered?
No, I find it.
You found them? They are just like my hands. Like this. Beautiful.
Our heart is in your hands, Shri.
Thank you very much. If the heart is made of the glass, one has to be careful in handling the heart. Out of these. Thank you very much. Hello. Look at them. Such nice girls, aren't you? Ah, thank you. But Auntie, why are you afraid? See now, they are not afraid. Huh? You know, I've been to Delhi. Oh, you got it done from there? Oh. Thank you very much. Now see, all the children are giving me flowers. Leave on.
Nobody's crying? All right? Someone, one person. Sheila, who's done that? This you have done. Poor babe. Good. That's a good one. Ah, ah. What is it?
Present in English for the Dutch Sahajayoga.
English surgery.
For the Dutch Sahaja Yogis. For the Dutch Sahaja Yogis. He said.
The
From the
Dutch-
English.
For the English to the Dutch?
Yes.
I'm opening for you today. Now you open. It's quite a big opening, eh? Beautiful. I think I can see. There must be a Actually, first time I saw it. I said, what's this? Smile becoming the light.
Shri Mataji, this is a present from all the present Sahaja Yogis here.
Oh, it's too much. Too much. The present of the present. Was there a painting like this?
I think this is the original image.
This is the painting. It's beautiful. You must see this. So beautiful.
It's made in West Germany, Mum.
Austria.
West Germany.
West Germany.
West Germany. May God bless West Germany. I saw this work in New Zealand in December. But maybe it might be Japanese, I don't know, but I saw it.
And this is a present from the Sahaja Yogis here for the Dutch Sahaja Yogis.
You have double purpose.
Save a lot of money for Sahaja Yoga.
To save it. To
Also
save.
double purpose, shoes, you see? The boots run away from shoes. Good idea. From where? It's from you. or from Milan.
From Italy.
That's a painting. It's a painting. Huh?
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Yes, Mataji.
Because
This is really important for our culture now, for the young culture, because this is all the people, and you see, they protest against bad things, and is the lady with the child, and all the people is congratulated. And she is also moving, and it's really the people who are going
Forward.
forward.
for what?
Yes.
Forward.
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 They
Who has done the painting?
in Esperienza da Volpedo, and the painting is in Milano.
Originally.
Museo, yes, Museo Milano.
The name of the king is not there.
I write it.
You write
Yes,
it down
I write
here.
Esperienza da Volpedo.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful. We must have the painting of all the surgeries like this would be a good idea.
And we would like this to give it a destination.
Give the vibration.
Give it a destination, to give it to some center.
I would say we should give it to Australia. It's a responsibility. It's a very big responsibility. क्या आप जाए अभी तो दे दिया आपने वहाँ हाँ हे भगवान अभी आपने दे दिया वहाँ पर इतना इतना शॉल का पड़ा आपको इतना खर्चा करते नहीं So kind of feel. So the ladies who have washed my feet and the ones who gave me fire. Please, come on. We all should go and have our lunch, I think. Because in half an hour you'll starve, you see. I think I'll...
Yes, shows me.
You have to got it? No, the new thing. No. If everyone has got it, I'm sorry. No. All right. Well, I can do it.
Yes.
One guy. You. With so many hearts. All right. Okay. Usual.
Bring one of them. Bring one of them.
So we have 8 and this is the 9th. We really needed the 9th one. What's that called? A Dalmatian. Dalmatian.
Now we have 10, Mother.
Now I have 10. One more I must get. I'll buy myself. Let my husband buy something. These are the bangles for the ladies who are here. Very graciously, Yogi Mahajan has come all the way from India. We have to thank him very much. Beautiful bangles for the ladies. Give one each to everyone. Somebody has this. Alright, go ahead for your food. I don't want you to starve. What does he want, a doggy? Huh?
Matthew. He wants to go to Daddy.
Daddy. Why to Daddy? You better have some chana. Alright? Take some chana.
Flowers.
Daddy doesn't have any chana, nothing here. Now take some chana. Come, let him walk. He can let him walk. Let all the children have the chana. All those children who want chana, come here. Alright? All want chana. That's good. That is too small. Which one is that? Come now. Take the chana. Child is not well as yet. We have to see her. All right. Father has come.
No, he hasn't come, Mother. He's taking in.
What are the doctors are saying?
Don't know, expect Mother.
Is she all right? I mean, out of danger?
Yeah, she's out of danger, Mother. She may be going home to
Oh, that's good.
Just 5 minutes ago, someone has phoned from the hospital to Mataji that they can be fetched with a car from there. So
She can be fetched.
yes, someone of the group who knows where the
That's
hospital
like a
is.
surgery. All right, but now I would suggest that when she goes back, let her stay here for a while, and then go, all the ladies, let them go by train. And it is some little van, and next time, it should be a law. Anybody carrying a child in the lap is not allowed to come. All right, that means the children should be able to walk around, and not in such a way. One should not do this way. And pregnant women are not at all allowed. You know that. That's not to be agreed to at any cost, whatever it is. It's very dangerous. It worries me. Thank God she's all right because of Sahaja Yoga. She's perfectly all right and she'll come back home. So that's a good thing. Huh? But next time, make it a point. Please make it a point. So many flowers. I given you already. So, try to understand that in the pregnancy, you have to be very careful. If you have your own car, all right, you can have convenience. For you? If you can travel with convenience, it's all right. That will not be pregnancy, not in the very advanced pregnancy. Because you have come here to help me. in a way, and also to get help from me. But if you come during pregnancy at a very advanced stage, it can create a problem. See? So be careful not to do such a thing anymore. And if there are ladies traveling, it's better they travel by train with small children, but never a child who is not yet walking. If the child is not walking, the ladies must stay at home. Please remember that. It's a law that we do not allow anybody to come to India with the children. Now, if you have got children and you want to come to India, then do only one small thing. You notify that you have got children, and we could find out some crash in Switzerland, in Rome, in England, anywhere, for these children to be left there. And you can come freely there. That is important. But if the child is very small, I would say don't come. But even children are not to be brought to India. So all the children can be kept there. It is during holiday time. We are having this time the program. So please do not bring children to India. Try to keep the children. They can be kept somewhere. Not difficult. We can form some crash in the ashrams and we can manage that. Take it in. All right. So now go and have your food. Somebody must go and keep the door open. Please put your hand in the door.
Shri Mataji, this is the last puja for the whole tour of Europe. From all the Sahaja Yogis, we want to thank you for the tremendous and beautifully enjoyable tour that you've given us all. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.